My name is Aaron Hall. I'm an attorney. Occasionally I get asked questions about copyright infringement. And in fact, in the last few years, I've had a lot of questions from people who have downloaded videos. Often they're pornographic, often they're on Torrent software, and they've received a letter either from their ISP, which is their internet service provider, or from the copyright holder. And typically the letter says either we're going to release your information to the copyright holder if you don't bring legal action, or we, as a copyright holder, have obtained your information from the internet service provider, and we're aware that you've downloaded or perhaps even made available for others to download copyrighted information. Now, what a lot of people who use torrent software don't realize is while you're downloading the video, your software is also making that video available for upload to others. And the fact that you're both downloading and uploading changes you from just a consumer to a distributor. If you think about drug laws, it's a bigger deal to be a dealer of drugs than just a consumer of drugs. That's kind of how the copyright holders look at it when they're dealing with copyright infringement. If you're actually making videos available, that's a bigger deal. If you made money off it, that's a bigger deal. So what do you do about this? Typically when I talk with a client, I want to find out a few things right away. Are you a celebrity? Do you have a prominent job? Do you have something where public shame would have an especially painful effect or expensive effect on your ability to bring in income? Second, are you an average middle-class person or somebody with substantial assets? These days, the copyright holders are scanning the internet, background databases, social media, to try to find people who have downloaded, or first they have a list, and they start out and they have a list of people who have downloaded illegally. They then scour all these databases and social media sites to find out if those people are on there and if there's somebody who's wealthy, prominent, or otherwise might be willing to pay out a large settlement. And then they target those. So first, are you somebody famous? Do you have significant assets? The other question, of course, too, is did you actually do it? I need to find that out for my clients, because if you didn't, we have some very strong defenses available. I one time had a grandma who didn't know how to do anything more than her iPad, and she didn't have torrent software. She didn't even know what it was, and she certainly wasn't downloading the videos that were at issue in this case. Now, did somebody else? Yeah, probably using her internet service provider, using her internet connection. I don't know if it was grandkids, I don't know if it was friends, or if it was neighbors or a hacker. The bottom line, though, is she didn't do it, and that's a really strong defense. So we're assessing what are the risk factors initially, and then typically I'll talk with my clients about doing some sort of settlement. Now, I've seen settlements anywhere from $7,000 to about $1,200, and it really depends on the factors. It depends on the company and how aggressive they are. It depends on how often the downloading occurred. Did it occur multiple times? Are there hundreds of videos? Were you a distributor? All of these factors come into play when we're trying to negotiate a settlement. If you need help with this, and I do recommend you work with an attorney if you're going to negotiate, I'd be happy to talk with you. We charge standard rates for that service, and I can walk with you through what are the factors in your particular situation, what are the risks, and then start the negotiation process. All in, you're typically looking at about $2,000 to $3,000 in legal fees. I'm sorry, not just legal fees, that would also include the settlement. But it gives you an idea on kind of what you're looking at as far as costs. Now, I have seen them go for less. I've also seen them go for lower, but that gives you at least a sense. I'm Aaron Hall. For additional information, feel free to click the link below.